and torch our way to safety. Right, where did the zombies come from? Back there? Alright, so now we're at the other chasm. Oh, okay. And there's a lot of stuff back there. Okay, I see. And there's lapis. Well, we don't want to explore this chasm yet, right? We'll come back to this later. There's more lapis there. Let me put that there. Let me just see what's back here. Diamond. First diamonds are back here. Except that's also a cave. Unless it's not. Okay, Alright, there's more cave back there. I don't know what's making those sounds. It almost seems like there's another zombie dungeon. Or there could just be that we are... Oh crap, we're not dealing with her. We're not dealing with her. Alright, so I'm leaving. I am leaving. These caves are too big for me right now. Alright, let's go back. Let's go get more torches. And then we might come back down here. Still no abandoned mine shaft, so no minecarts yet. I feel like the caves can't be that much bigger. Alright, let me just grab everything. Grab every single thing. Including the boxes. I might bring a map down here at some point just to see where we are. Because if we can get a staircase straight down to the zombie dungeon, that might be useful. Oh, we haven't... Maybe that cave joins up with this cave. That's possible. We should explore this cave first. It is closer to the surface. If nothing else. And if it does join up, then coming at it from the other side is probably better. Because like the other half is already torched up. Alright, well this continues to be interesting. Yeah, so I think the spelunking part of Minecraft is pretty much the most interesting part. Because there are emergent puzzles for you to solve. Like you have to kind of torch things up, you have to light things up, and make paths for yourself, and also avoid enemies. And so this is the part that is technically interesting. This part of the game. And so if people only play the game for the spelunking, I can understand that. I really can. I can understand why someone would only play Minecraft for the spelunking. But having said that, I would still reiterate that the game can be so much more. Right? The game can be much more than just spelunking. So despite the fact that the spelunking is the most fun part of the game, and I can understand why people would only play it and nothing else, it is nevertheless still true that other parts of the game can be more than they are right now. Horse armor, shovels and things. We don't need a bucket yet. Alright, so back to this. Charcoal. So we said we're gonna replace that with charcoal. Spruce. We're gonna make... that's not what I want. I'm gonna make a few more signs. And we're gonna make a lot more torches. Alright, a lot more torches. Is that it? I think, alright, that's it. Probably more pickaxe. One more pickaxe? Two more pickaxe? One more pickaxe for now, alright. So I'm gonna restock and then return. Let's see how far the other cave. I mean, we're gonna try and light up the whole cave system, but like we went from one chasm into a different chasm, and so there's a lot of stuff. Although the second chasm is mostly lava on the bottom, so that's good for us because we don't need to light the lava. That is enough light, right? Alright, so down here, so this time we're gonna turn this way and see what's down here. Of course it goes both ways. Of course there's a creeper. Alright, well, that worked out quite well for us. And then the other side, of course there's zombies. And spiders too. I can hear them. It goes quite far, doesn't it? Alright, well there's a zombie. Does it seem like the range on the sword is less than before? Did the combat update reduce the range of the sword? I don't know, it seems like I'm missing more than I used to. Well, the skeletons as well. Let's try not to get shot too much. See if we can sidestep our way to victory. Ow. Okay, the skeleton is far too accurate. Why? Why is the skeleton that accurate? Why? Why? Who designed this stuff? Why? Seriously? Alright, come on, keep healing. Keep healing, keep healing. There's another skeleton, like there's more than one of them. I don't know where it went. Okay, there, I see him. And there's a spider up there. What? How did you even get up there? Keep eating, keep eating. Why did that miss? Alright, well. Keep eating. And this is the end. This is the end of the cave, alright, so it doesn't join up to anything. Although I can hear more skeletons. Right? I can hear more skeletons, so there's more caves back there somewhere. So this is lit up, this is lit up, this is all lit up. And then all of that is fine. Should we pick up the resources and go back? Alright, I'm just gonna pick up the resources and go back. Fighting the skeletons. I mean, you basically just have to tank the arrows. Oh, a shield. Should I make a shield? I should make a shield. Wait a minute. They gave us shields, didn't they? How do you make a shield? Hold on, let me just go to my Minecraft wiki. How do you make shields? A shield is... You need iron? You need iron to make a shield? Are you serious? You can't just make a wooden shield out of wood? Alright, but when you block with a shield, it takes damage. So it's... You use iron. You have to use iron, which means it's not renewable. I don't wanna... Look, I don't... No. No. I'm not making shields. Like, if we can make it just out of wood, without using non-renewable resources, then I make a shield. But I get it. You're supposed to shield against the skeleton's arrows. But I'm not doing it, alright? Because I'm saving my iron for minecarts. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Because, well, I do know. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. It's that this game, like if you look at the mechanics of this game, it seems like there are infinite ways to play the game. Or there should be infinite ways to play the game because you can build anything. Like in the building game where you can build anything, there should be there should be infinite variety in the ways that you can play the game. Well, that's what it seems to imply. But every time they make a new mechanic, it feels like it's designed to be played one way and you can't do anything else. Like they changed the combat, and now you kind of have to have a shield. It feels like, because the skeletons don't make sense without shields. So you know what I mean? Like when they put stuff in, it looks like the stuff the new stuff they put in is meant to be done one way and only that way. And it goes back to, again, everything I've been saying earlier, like mob traps. When they add new mobs that break existing mob traps, or even like make new mob traps more and more difficult to build, it's like they designed the game so that you have to do manual combat, is what it feels like. Like they're deliberately updating the game in such a way that it makes it harder and harder and harder for you to build solutions to hostile mobs. And when you do that, then the only answer left is for you to fight them manually, because that becomes the only practical way to interact with hostile mobs. Once the mob traps become too difficult to make work, if that makes sense. So then they're railroading you into playing the game in one particular way. This, in an infinite game with infinite blocks, they only want you to play it in one particular way. And they're designing, not that they want you to play it in one particular way, but they're designing everything in a way that you can't really play it in a different way. I remember, like, when Minecraft was relatively new, there'd be like articles and videos of like all the amazing builds that people build, and then like there was like a one where they recreated BioShock in Minecraft, stuff like that. And you don't see those articles anymore, right? And you might say, well, that's inevitable, like the hype inevitably dies down. I don't think that is true, because they're constantly updating the game. And if they're updating the game in a way that allows new amazing things to happen, then the hype wouldn't die down. Why would the hype die down if new amazing things continue to be built? But that's not how it is it? The hype has died down. Alright, so that part is done. So let me update this. Exit to surface and dead end. And then there's like double chasm. Chasm and then double chasm. I'm not sure if we need a sign here. Look at that zombie avoiding the lava, and then it hits the lava anyway, and it's gonna die on... I mean, it's half clever. It is... The zombie was half clever. Not quite. Double chasm. Alright, well, we got a bunch of iron ore and a bunch of coal. So let me again stash my loot before we go back down to the more dangerous part and try and figure out if it's practical to torch the whole thing. We're doing a lot of spelunking today. We have found some valuable resources, but I'm just gonna like leave that down there until I've made the place safe, right? Because the last thing you want to do is to pick up 10 diamonds and then get double creepered and just die and have the diamonds drop into the lava. So we're gonna just secure the area before we go down there to grab the diamonds. I mean, the diamonds aren't going anywhere, right? So we know they're there. They're not going anywhere. We can pick them up anytime we want. Let's just make it real safe before we do that.